Hi everyone. I want to go ahead and start off by saying we're sorry that we haven't been keeping everyone updated as much as we wanted to. We've done a lot of videos on stuff like the Winnebago and upgrades we've done to it, and camping that we've done in the Prius and tent camping. But unfortunately, we never seem to make it through the actual video editing process. So this is the first one that we're going to actually probably post, and it's going to be basically unedited because we're doing it on a cell phone because we didn't think to bring any cameras, and the laptop is currently also at home. So we have some pretty cool news. We've been spending a lot of time lately doing sailing. Brittany has a friend of hers at work that I sailed with on his Flying Dutchman, which is a small sports sailboat, and we've also been invited to sail a J24 in a local sailing regatta in Santa Cruz that we did. That was a fun weekend. It's been a great time lately. We've been spending a lot of time camping and being outdoors in general. But we have huge news, and Brittany's going to join me to tell you what it is.
So, like Corey said, we've been really busy, and our big news is we bought a boat! And we're super excited about it, and that's why we wanted to send this out to everyone. And so what we're going to do next is a boat tour, and Corey's going to go through and show you our boat real fast, and so that you can be just as excited about it as we are.
Hopefully.
I'm sure afterwards you'll have lots of questions. Just let us know, but hopefully this answers a lot of the questions and just gets this out to everyone and lets them know what we've really been up to out here in California. Okay.
To start it off, it is a 1979 Pearson 424 Ketch. So it is 37 years old. It is 42 feet long at its longest, and actually it's a little longer than that because the previous owner added davits to it, so it's actually 45 feet long. It is a ketch, which means that it has two masts versus the normal one mast that most current boats are made with. And we're excited to show it to you. So let's get going.
All right.
So started off, we were sitting in the salon on the port settee. A settee is just a nautical term for a couch. So here is our port settee. We have storage on both sides. We have a bookcase. This is the main salon table. This is actually where we just ate lunch. Right here, and our pups are still asleep because we took a fairly long walk to Whole Foods to get part of lunch. This right here is our main mast. It is the larger of the two masts, and it is the forward of the two masts. So we're going to go forward and show you the V-berth. The V-berth is also called the forward cabin. And what it is, it's a large V-shaped bed. It has a lot of storage on both sides, and it has quite a bit of storage on either side right here for clothes and personal stuff. It has a vanity, which is actually a pretty neat thing that not a lot have. This would be the cabin used for if anyone ever visits. If y'all ever come to visit us, we'll let you sleep in here when we're not out doing other things. And it's a really nice size. This actually comes down to right here and becomes a bench so that you can sit in it to put on shoes or get dressed. So that's pretty cool. And then it has a hatch and two opening port lights, so it's actually really breezy in here. It's actually probably the most comfortable room in the entire boat, to be completely honest. So we come in here every time we can. Of course, we have the two dogs. They actually didn't come with the boat, and we're pretty unhappy that they're here. Moving forward, on the starboard side, we actually have our pantry, which is quite big. This is one of our two companionways, which are the exits from the bottom of the boat, from inside the boat to the deck of the boat. This is one. The other one's actually in the aft cabin, or the owner's cabin, depending on how you want to say it. We have a diesel heater. It doesn't work as far as we know, and we're probably going to replace it because it's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000 years old, and I'm pretty sure it runs on cooked dinosaur, so we probably don't want that. Over here, we have the galley. We have a nice net for fruit. It's currently holding our tomatoes and our tortillas. We have a nice sized fridge and freezer combination. The fridge opens either side or completely removes for full access. For something this small, it has wonderful counter space because it is built so that everything turns into a counter when it's not used. This is the freezer. This is the box wine. Back here is all of our dishes that the people that sold it to us were kind enough to actually include. So we have a full set of plates and cutlery and pots and pans and I mean literally everything we would need to run a full working kitchen. Right here is actually our stove. This comes up and then sinks down and you get full access to the stove. The stove and oven is gimbaled, which means it'll actually tilt with however the boat is currently oriented. So if you're underway, you can still cook without your pots flying around the kitchen. This right here is the hold bar, so you can like, sink on the midline, which is really good for offshore boating. Down here is actually another storage place under these dishes. That's where all the pots and pans are. We have a really cool, this is actually pretty cool, we haven't seen this in any other boat, but that's the trash can. Over here on the starboard side, we have the head, which is the bathroom. It has a full-size shower, which is something that you don't often see in most 42-foot boats. You see them in maybe about half of them. But it's really nice to have. Other than that, the bathroom's pretty small. Small toilet, sink, counter, everything you'd expect. It's actually pretty breezy because they actually have a door aid here, which is the only door aid on the boat, which is just basically something that catches air and blows it on your face. So it's a surprisingly comfortable little box. Okay, moving aft again. We have the aft cabin or the owner's cabin, which has a full-size bed on the port side. And this is the main companionway that goes up into the cockpit, which we will show you here in a sec. And then on the starboard side, we actually have the full nav station or navigation station, which houses all of the electronics and the VHF radio and the SSB radio, which you have to have a license to use. Over here on the left of Brittany is the radar.
Just a second.
And she'll show you that. It's, I'm pretty sure, was used in World War II for hunting U-boats. It definitely has the look and feel of that. It even has a countdown when you start it up. That's kind of like playing an old video game where you fire nukes. So that's great. That's really the best part. That's why we bought the boat. So let's go ahead and head up into the cockpit. So right in front of us we have the mizzen mast, which is the smaller of the two masts and is generally not found on most modern sailboats. All around you, you'll see all the lines and what are called sheets for actually running the sailboat. Because it has two masts, it is actually a very complex sail system, but it's really fun to sail. We got to take it out before we bought it. It was really just a pleasure. We have our ship's ladder, which is normally on the back of the boat, but it's not on there right now because it's unfinished and we haven't wanted to put it on the boat yet. This is the cockpit table. It has two folding leafs, so it becomes a full-size table. It can actually sit about 6 people very comfortably in a full meal. It's very impressive. When the boat's underway, it has these for holding your drink so that you can be comfortable at all times. This right here, the binnacle, is a huge steering wheel, which is really great. It helps you to control the boat easier. Right here is where our Garmin GPS that came with the boat goes. So that's really right in front of you while you're steering. And then right here is our compass, which is well sized and very well balanced. So we're very happy with how nice that is. Going to the back, we actually have, right here's a fish cutting station. If you were to catch a fish, you would stick it right on there, and as you cut it, it's slanted and has a hole in the back so that anything you didn't want of the fish, you could actually just push through and it would go back right into the ocean. So that's really cool to have. And on the the other side is the barbecue pit that you would then use to cook that fish. So that's really cool. You can either use briquettes on it, or you can actually connect the existing propane tanks that are on the boat, so that you can run it as propane. This right here is just safety gear. It's a thing you throw in if someone goes overboard. This is a winch handle. The boat came with this really nice, what's called a dodger, which is basically a windshield that blocks wind, and it's kind of made of fabric, so you can take it down. It's extremely sturdy, which is awesome because we'll be using it a lot to get over here onto the rest of the deck.
And this is what he's talking about. Normally, these guys are just barely sturdy enough to handle high winds, but this one's actually able to kind of support us. And as you can tell, the walk here to get around is a little tight, so it's really helpful. We've used these pretty much every time we come around the corner here, because it's just a good rule of thumb to start doing those kind of safety precautions of always having your hand on something to walk around the boat.
So looking forward, we have, this is the mainsail. It's on the boom. It's covered with this black fabric, which is called a sail cover, and it keeps the sail from degrading in the sun. These are really nice. They're like brand new. There's one on the mizzen sail, and there's one on the mainsail. It's really great to have. They also match the color with the furling head sail, which is at the very front of the boat. And that's really great because it makes it look really nice when sitting at harbor on anchor. This is that door 8 I said that blows water in you when you're in the head. It's really nice. It also keeps water from going down.
Blows air into the
what did
bathroom.
I say? Water. I'm sorry, blows air in. It blows air in.
Leaves the water out, blows air in.
This right here is the companionway, the second one that we showed you in the salon. This is how you would get down to right there in front of the settees and the table, the dining table.
It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be really nice if we have people over and we can put the dogs in the back room and they can come in through this front part. We're really excited about it
because it all separated.
It keeps it separated, and we could have a complete mess in the back and no one would know. So that'll be nice.
It has plenty of hatches, great airflow. Every single one of these opens so that air can blow through, and it has this little kind of eyelid on it that keeps rain from coming in. Moving to the front of the boat, we have a huge windlass, which is what you use to pull an anchor up, and that's because it has a huge anchor on a lot of chain. The benefit of this, it basically means that we can anchor just about anywhere offshore, or near shore rather, so that we are comfortable and don't have to worry about the boat sliding into land. So this is really great for any offshore sailing, for any rugged sailing. It has almost a brand new Harkin furler, which is really nice. You can basically trust them for decades before they go bad, so that's really good. We're really excited about the boat so far. So what we're going to do is we're going to go off and we're going to show you the boat in its entirety right now. This is the front of that one large anchor, and it actually has a second almost as large anchor right there.
And if I back up here, without falling in, this is Spindrift. This is the newest addition to the White Whale family. And we are very excited.
Yep.